Hi, this is Jeff Blauette, technical agronomist with Cooperative Farmers Elevator. And on this week's Field Friday segment, I thought I'd talk about, we were out here in front of a bean field. I thought we'd talk about the beans and again the corn with this weather that we've had lately. Just wanted to touch on, so a lot of the questions I've been getting lately are what happens, can we get a rain, will it help anything anymore? So I thought I'd talk about that a minute, where we're at and kind of what to expect. As we've talked about the last couple weeks, we talked about this corn and how rapidly things are going. The corn, I would say most of the stuff's probably getting to be a quarter milk line or half or even 3/4 milk line. Even some stuff that maybe even is black layered on some of these real light spots that you drive by and see are burnt up. They're just done and they're shriveling away. But basically, if we're at half milk line or more, I just don't know if we're going to get a lot of benefit out of rain with corn. Maybe a little bit. I wouldn't expect a lot. Probably the biggest thing we might actually get a little benefit out of is we might get a little bit extra stalk health. These stalks and these corn plants are going backwards really fast without any rain in this heat. We can see it in a lot of the silage samples we're doing now. Those silage samples are quite a bit drier than we would expect. I think what's happening is this corn is filling really rapidly. We're trying to fill these kernels, and realistically when we're doing that, we're cannibalizing the stalks. And by cannibalizing those stalks, obviously we're sucking moisture and nutrients out of them, so they're getting dry really rapidly. But if we would get a rain, maybe we'd be able to take up some more nitrogen and keep that stalk integrity a little bit better for standing in the fall. But as far as yield, it just doesn't look like we're going to gain a lot if we get much for rain here at this stage of the game as far as things are along. Not that it won't do any good, but it's probably minimal. Soybeans, I think the game is over. We've got an awful lot of these soybeans that are starting to show a tint of turning. Some of the early ones are turning. I think the beans are far enough along. I just don't think we're going to get any benefit if it rains today. So I think, unfortunately, what's there is there. Unfortunately, we're too late. I've got a picture here of what happened to some of these beans. This is an indication. These beans are on top of the plant here, but you can see, unfortunately, there's a lot of beans that 3 bean pods turned into 2 bean pods, 2 bean pods turned into 1. I've even got a picture here of a 4 bean pod that aborted 2 of the beans in there. The beans that are there, they've either aborted or they're fully, they're the full lima bean size. They've done what they're going to do. That's why I say I don't think rain's going to do any good, because all they're going to do is start shutting down and drying down to a normal size going forward. So that's unfortunately where we're at. We had a tremendous potential, there's no doubt about it, on corn and beans. There's still going to be some good corn and some good beans, but we all, and I did too, I thought we had astronomical potential early on, but Mother Nature saw it a different way. But just thought I'd touch on that. Some of the things I've been getting asked quite a bit. We're doing some test plot days now and getting into looking at some stuff, so that's some of the discussions I've had. So with that, that's this week's Field Friday segment, and we'll see you next week.